at me. My hair is a mess. My dress is a wreck. Be honest. If you saw me out in the streets, you'd probably think I was homeless. But in reality, I can look like this all I want. But it doesn't make me any closer to being homeless. Homelessness, contrary to popular belief, is not necessarily noticeable to the eye. It is not an appearance. It is not a disease. It is simply the state of being without a home. And for today, I am homeless. I don't want your money. Would you please just take some time to listen? I am human too. Our bad reputation begins with just a few of our members. Take this guy, for example. Many of our members are just looking for alcohol or drugs or money for alcohol and drugs. They litter our streets, they don't look for jobs, and they pass out drunk, giving us all a bad name in line with few. But in reality, that's not really who we are. Only 30% of all the homeless population are substance abusers. There are mentally ill, there are the disabled, and there are veterans, minority groups, and so on. But yet we're all classified under the label of lazy bum. I would also like you to know that we aren't just in the overpopulated states such as California and Texas. Homelessness is an affliction of everywhere. There are from anywhere from 537 to well over 65,000 homeless people in a single state. Like I said before, we are the veterans and the disabled. Thousands of men and women come home every year from war, disabled or with disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder or amputations that make it difficult for them to live in everyday society. But yet we don't offer any programs to help them. And therefore, they often end out in the streets. These men and women flock to save your lives. Why can't we help theirs? We are women and children. Thousands of women leave their homes daily due to domestic abuse because no one will listen. And they often bring with them their children. Sad thing is many of these women end out on the streets with their children. And they can't provide for them, and so often these children become malnourished, like this one here. Another sad fact is the average age of the homeless population in some areas is 9 years of age. We are families. We're not just single men. We're not just single women. We are complete units that for whatever reason, our lives have been turned upside down and we've had to live out in the streets or in cars. And it hits our children the worst. Our children fare far worse in schools because of being in a homeless environment. And also, they're 50% more likely to become substance abusers later on. We are victims of natural disaster, whether it be earthquake, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, you name it. These are circumstances beyond our control. But yet people tell us our choice for homeless, when obviously we can't control these things. Simply put, we are people down our luck, even with jobs. 44% of the homeless population has some sort of job. But with the rising prices in economy, it becomes difficult to afford even the smallest housing. And when the choice comes down between food and shelter, food wins out. Basically, we're just trying to survive in whatever way possible. But yet people look at us with disgust. Or we're just trying to find a place to sleep, whether it be out in the open among you or on the street corner. It's the safest place for us because people can see us and we're less likely to be abused. We are real humans with a real sense of humor. I bet you $1 you'll read this sign. In short, we are alive. We breathe, we bleed, just like you. So my question is, why all the hate crimes? Why are men like this one beaten daily or burned like this one? The main culprits are young white teenagers looking for entertainment. As one teenager said when asked why he killed Rex Baum, a homeless man, "We didn't mean to. It all started as a game. It was just for fun." So why is this? Perhaps it is as Mr. Stoop, the head of the National Coalition, says, young adolescents think they can beat up a homeless person because nobody will care. The homeless won't fight back, and the police won't report it. Crimes like these happen daily. This is sad. But what's even sadder, over 880 violent acts have been reported, not necessarily how many have actually been committed, in the past 10 years alone. And it's rising. In over 263 cities in over 22 of the United States. But there is hope. In organizations like Our House in Little Rock, provide opportunities for homeless children to live a normal life. They let them go do things such as fishing, hiking, drawing, reading, you name it. They also provide opportunities for adults to learn more education, learn more work skills in order to transition back into the workforce. But also, there's hope in people like Danny Johnson, pictured here in the center, a formerly homeless woman turned millionaire who spends her time and money not living a lavish lifestyle, but raising awareness for people that were in her condition. So my question is to you, what will you do? I'm not saying jump up and spend all your time and money on the homeless, but rather maybe just spend some time at a homeless shelter, or perhaps donate some food and clothing to help this child out. But simply, maybe you could just change other people's minds about who the homeless really are. In short, the homeless aren't monsters. They aren't some aliens. They are just like you and me. I am homeless. Will you make the difference?